And the 76ers showing off their style as they arrived at the arena today. No shortage of fashion sense in this group. And the game arrivals sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Soaring high above the Willamette River towards our location tonight in downtown Portland. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Portland, down at 10th in the early going, looking to make a move up in the standings.
And when you look at Portland, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, Ben Simmons was the top-rated player in high school and in college. But a fractured bone in his foot cost him his first NBA season. He said, "A lot of people forgot about me. You have to build yourself up again. And for me, I wanted to prove myself again." Kevin, we all agree he's done just that.
He sure has. First NBA All-Star ever out of Australia. Thanks, David. Looking at the long season ahead, Brent, as a veteran player, what are some of the habits that keep your body going strong, staying healthy?
Teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and they're on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what it's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance.
Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Bazemore at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Bazemore, following the miss by Josh Richardson. Lillard with the bucket.
Well, he's effective in the catch and shoot dating back to his college days. Lillard has brought that skill to the pros.
Simmons, the bounce pass. Richardson outside. Pass to Embiid. On the wing, Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Bazemore. Harris, no good. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. It's a 3-point game. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
Yeah, and they got the better of this matchup both times they faced off last season. Do they still have their number?
Well, we'll find out. Such talent on the floor tonight on each side of the matchup. There's some conference pride at stake, too, with both teams being among the cream of the crop in the East and the West.
Here's Lillard. 76ers getting the bucket. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And Lillard throws it down.
Another reminder, Kevin, that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Al Richardson, not too proud of his numbers in that game against the Timberwolves, that's for sure. Horford goes in and finished off by Horford.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Now, here's Lillard. 17 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. Nurkic finds Collins. 5 on the clock. Here's Lillard and Embiid with the block. They're running. And Harris wide open. He shoots. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. McCollum against Richardson. Here's Bazemore. That shot is off. Good work defensively by Horford. Here's Richardson, and he lays it straight in.
Awesome seeing Richardson get a little tricky with the ball. Some fancy moves there.
Portland trailing here. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Richardson against McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. From the high post. Good work defensively by Richardson.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Right side, Simmons. Passes it to Embiid. Outside for Simmons. Lillard with the rebound. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Minnesota.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
You cannot afford to do that. When you're in an opponent's building, you got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
But honestly, I forgot who. Because next it was crazy as that is somebody I probably knew. Me, I don't get it, no clue. That's just what do. That's just a more I add to the list. Can't get no energy too. Why don't you put it on the wear? You don't want everyone to wear. I just had to lead the hood cause treating me like a celeb. I just went and cut my dread, but I got some beautiful hair. I am just searching for something that's real cause they really know what they say. I gotta smile, but honestly, I put my boy. Sometimes I see him in the cloud. I've been away for a while. I'm in the bed in town. Debating about who is the greatest, what you debating about. Yeah. I swear that it's always something. Get to it.
Yeah, and checking out some stats here for Ben Simmons. Last season, he played outstanding. 6th in assists, 15th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Now here's Lillard. 5 points in the game.
Well, Damian Lillard and his commitment to not only the way that he wants to play and wants to improve, but his commitment to Portland and this city and this franchise has been nothing short of remarkable.
That free throw good from Lillard. Brett, you think about Lillard's value not just to the Blazers, but to the entire community of Portland, Oregon. Outstanding.
Always great, Kevin, to see a superstar take it off the floor and want to make impacts in the community. Lillard has been amazing at the job that he's done here in Portland and has stayed committed to where this franchise wants to go and trying to bring a championship to the Northwest.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now, here's Lillard. He has 6. Portland again missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Harris inside, covered by Lillard. Harris dishes to Horford. Harris outside. From past the arc, drills it from outside. Harris has got 5 now.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Now the pass to Collins. Bazemore on the wing. Down low, here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Tries it from 19. Doesn't go for him. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
He's not very hard to defend right now.
Oh, that was something else.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Looking to end the run. Connects. The jumper drops. 8 points for him.
Consistent and accurate from that particular spot on the floor. The offense kind of predicts those shots. Lillard's got a good eye for the mid-range.
Now here's Simmons. He has 6. From 13, again, Philadelphia.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Lillard. He's got 8. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. Rebound by the 76ers. Harris has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The 76ers leading by 9. And stolen by Bazemore. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And the dunk by Bazemore.
Quick hands by Bazemore to come up with the steal. You have to be careful when he's patrolling the passing lane.
Now here's Simmons. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Minnesota. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Hood comes in for Kent Bazemore. Pass to Horford. Here's Thibault. He's guarded by McCollum. Fires from 14. Rebounded by McCollum. Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard scanning the floor. Tipped away. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Shot clock at 5. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Thibault. And it's sent back by Lillard. And he recovers it. Count the basket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
It's McCollum on the wing. Pass to Whiteside. Passes it to Nurkic. Over Horford. And Nurkic gets it to go.
2 seasons ago, the Blazers were swept in the first round, and something in the scarring of that kind of outcome has stayed with them, both Terry Stotts and their starting backcourt, to kind of fuel their fire to make the type of strides that they have in the past couple seasons.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Here is Lillard. 8 points for him. The pass to Nurkic. Over Horford. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And Brent, for the Blazers, the continuity has been part of what's made them so good, and that includes keeping Terry Stotts as their head coach.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about Terry Stotts being the 4th longest tenured coach in the league. This will be year 8 for him in the Pacific Northwest. But this group is very tight. They've got great chemistry. They run a very unique offensive system. And there's definite buy-in here in Portland behind Terry Stotts.
Harris with it. Now guarded by Hood. Here's Thibault. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's foul number 2 for him.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
A different look now for Portland. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Hezonja comes in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Embiid. Jonah Bolden comes in for Al Horford. James Ennis, he'll check in for Tobias Harris. And Raul Neto subbed in for Simmons. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. The 76ers leading by 12. Thibault, the pass to O'Quinn. Here's Thibault. He's coming off a 13-point game against Minnesota. The shot comes out.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And there's the call on James Ennis. That is his first foul of the game. '76ers on defense, leading by 12. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought 2 ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yes. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard. It's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant. Throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball. Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
Philadelphia leading by 8. Neto surveying the floor. Pass to Bolden. There's 1:38 left in the first. And it's Neto in the corner. He tries for 3. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Pass to Azania. Back to Hood. Passes to Tolliver. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, Whiteside in position. Stolen by O'Quinn. Here's Thibault. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Simon. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Heads-up play by Rodney Hood.
The 76ers lead it. Here's Thibault. Rebounded by Hood.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting from Portland, Simmons. At the line for 2.
And he can't get the first one. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
Shoots. O'Quinn trying to free himself up. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. 32 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Simons. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Trailblazers have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%. And here in the early going, missed free throws starting to become the storyline.
Good on the second free throw. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Burke. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound in this one. And a wide open look for Hood. Drains the three-pointer.
When the defense is sagging off Rodney Hood, he's got to be confident enough to step into those shots and knock them down.
Ennis with the ball. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And that does it for the first quarter. 76ers lead by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Burke, Kyle O'Quinn out there with Ennis, and it's Thibault in at the two-guard spot. Now, here's O'Quinn, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Burke looking over the floor, shoots from the line. It's not going to go for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Lasagna, the pass to Simons. A steal. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. The pass to O'Quinn. Great tee that time from Hood.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And it's Burke with the ball for Philadelphia. Pass to Ennis. Back to Burke. 6 to shoot. Here's Thibault. Made that one only his 4th of this game after firing 10 times from the floor.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Here's Simons. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Whiteside. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Getting to the point where you're going to have to start respecting Whiteside's jump shot. Effective shooting off the pass and good timing there from the big man.
Thibault, the pass to Burke. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Off target from outside. I see a 3 to start the second. And finish off by Hezonja.
Nice awareness from Whiteside there, understanding where his teammates were on that possession.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And Hassan Whiteside, the kind of player that you love when he's engaged, but Brent, equally frustrating when he's not.
You wonder about the role that he's played, and with Miami taking a bunch of different turns in terms of their roster, where he fit in. Now Portland taking a shot at bringing Whiteside to the Northwest, having him possibly come off the bench and play some minutes to stabilize the second unit. It's going to be an interesting year the way he approaches this one mentally.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught?
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their checkdowns. Yes. I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance of making it.
So for the Trailblazers, Collins comes in for Anthony Tolliver. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Anfernee Simons. Josh Richardson's checked in for the 76ers. Now, here's Whiteside. His last outing, he had 8 points and a missed layup.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup, you want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Richardson against Hood. Now Richardson. Here's Burke. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And it's a 3-point Philadelphia lead.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Pass to Whiteside. Here's Hood. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Richardson.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And drafted by the Jazz in 2014, Rodney Hood seemed to establish himself in Utah. But Brent, as we saw last year, he finished up well with Portland.
Well, a great job by Neil O'Shea picking Rodney Hood up and had some big games in the playoffs. He's part of a collaborative at the wing position now for Portland, where Terry Stotts can use the likes of Rodney Hood and Kent Bazemore to play a lot of switching defenses and continue to make teams have to guard, as Hood's capable of making threes and making plays off the bounce.
Lillard's checked in for Hezonja.
And the game plan against the Blazers, the last few postseasons, has been trapping Lillard and McCollum and forcing someone else to beat.
Yeah, and you wonder if this is an opportunity for Zach Collins to really step into his own, along with Nurkic, who last year was injured during the playoffs, so that there can be some points and contributions coming from your power forward and center position. That'll ease some pressure on your backcourt.
Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Lillard attacking.
Well, he can shoot the three, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Now, here's Burke. Passes it to Richardson. Five to shoot. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Lillard just plays with great confidence, really feeling it here and looking to find any scoring opportunity in this one.
Here's Burke. Dishes to Richardson. Shot from free throw range. Here's O'Quinn, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Easy to see that foul call there as O'Quinn, the wide body, gets in there for contact.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. He misses the free throw.
And over time, O'Quinn has carved out a nice role for himself, a capable and bruising big.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Bolden. Tobias Harris comes in for Ennis. And Simmons subbed in for Trey Burke. And he sinks the second.
Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
Now here is Harris. After the miss from Damian Lillard, Harris dishes to Simmons. Back to Harris. There's the double team from Whiteside. And a wide open look for Simmons. 76ers with the new shot clock. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Ray, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Monday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Phoenix to take on the Suns. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. First one falls for him.
Well, I love to watch Lillard play. He's from the Bay Area. That's where I'm from. Did you know that, Kevin? I mean, I'm a Bay Area product. We could talk more about that later. But he's fearless, heartless, and he usually saves his best for last. It's Lillard time in the fourth quarter.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Al Horford, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Raul Neto is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Here's Neto. Sweet little floater.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
For the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Hood. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. Left side, Collins. Nurkic in the post. Embiid's there. And the rejection by Embiid. And here is Simmons. 6 points for him. Kicks to Horford. Here's Neto. He's guarded by McCollum. Goes up the baseline. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And that mid-range jump shot discouraged for many players, but not for C.J. McCollum.
I love the way that CJ can just wind his way to spots on the floor and speeds up when he wants to, not when the defense is asking him to.
And he's good on the second.
The 2013 draft comes up, and the 10th pick is announced as C.J. McCollum out of Lehigh. And a lot of people said, who is this guy? Not a lot of people say that now, Kevin.
Now here is Harris. He's got 7. Inside, Horford. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 4th assist in this one. And for Portland, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Lillard against Simmons. 16 feet away. Here's Nurkic. And no good that time. Good D by Embiid. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And Simmons really using his insane athleticism on that drive. A remarkable penetrator who really carves up the defense.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. That one wide left. Philadelphia has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Horford, no luck.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Here's Neto. Simmons with it. Lillard picks him up. Simmons passes to Neto. On the wing, Harris. And another shot. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Harris has got 9 points.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. There were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened. There's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you.
Yeah, can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like there.
Lillard attacking. Nurkic can't hit.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. Here's Neto. He is guarded by McCollum. Floats one. Second chance shot. No good there. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Lillard outside. Cullen passes to Nurkic. Over Horford. Good work defensively by Horford.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Harris looking it over. There's the dish to Simmons. At the elbow, Horford. Portland grabs the miss.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 15. And the pass to Nurkic. Left side, Collins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Horford. Here 3 for 7-footer Zach Collins, showing some real potential as a 3-and-D rim protector.
The interesting thing about last year and Zach Collins was how he played in the playoffs, stepping up, playing with tremendous confidence, playing with physicality. Showed a lot of signs of why it is Portland moved up a couple years ago in the draft to get Zach Collins in uniform.
Mario Hezonja's checked in for the Trailblazers.
Zach Collins is aggressive and confident and waiting for his opportunity to show just how consistently good he can be in the NBA.
Here's Simmons. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Lillard outside. Out to the wing. And stolen by Simmons. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 9-point 76ers lead.
Oh, sensational speed by Simmons. Trucking it down the court and beating everyone.
Pass to Hezonja. Trying to get something going. Ball's knocked loose. Lillard to the middle. Here's Collins. Kicks it out to McCollum. A second chance effort. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Harris has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Here's Burke. Pass to Thibault. Over McCollum. And the last shot before the buzzer is off.
Well, maybe a bit undersized, but McCollum knows his length and how that can affect what he does defensively.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Philadelphia. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Coach, what is your impression of the first half?
That we played. And I thought we found a really good balance of posting and pace. It's what we've been talking about. And I thought our defense, for the most part, was excellent.
A good start. We'll see how they finish. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, can't tell you how much it means to us to have you back with us on the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. Means the world, doesn't it? Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He had 16 points, 2 assists, and 4 rebounds. His last game out, he was just not himself. But tonight, he has rounded right back into form with a very solid first half. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the 76ers?
Well, having Ben Simmons' size at point guard, major advantage. See over you, score over you, plays with power and finesse. Unstoppable in that first half.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Portland.
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Philadelphia leading by 11. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. And it's Bazemore at the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with.
Oh, no answer for Simmons, a tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact. And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Jonah Bolden. That one misses for Simmons.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year. Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Crafty and smooth. Simmons tearing up the nets. He is definitely a rising star.
Simmons against Lillard. High post, Nurkic. A 3 from McCollum. Good work defensively by Richardson.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Shot on the wing. Again, Philadelphia.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Lillard against Simmons. To the inside. Embiid with the steal. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Time. Called here, the Blazers decide to talk it over. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
Here's Richardson, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. The 11-footer, and no good, trying to use the glass.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Simmons against Lillard. Over Simmons. Lillard misses. The 76ers leading by 17. Simmons dishes to Horford. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
That's good from Horford. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him Average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bazemore.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Simmons with it. 20 points for him. Richardson right side. Great D that time from Nurkic. Trailblazers trail by 18. And a wide open look for McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Richardson, no luck. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Down low. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Determined to score, Collins smelt that play out and wanted to make something happen offensively.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
And Philadelphia making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. And this is the final year of Kent Bazemore's 4-year, $70 million contract.
Well, some great timing for Kent Bazemore to become a free agent. Part of that 2016 kick-up in the salary cap. And Bazemore, a really interesting addition to this Portland team, as he is a guy who can get out in transition, shoot the 3, and finish around the rim. Switchable defender. He's a great addition for what Terry Stotts is looking to do here.
Here's McCollum. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. The shot misses. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And there's Lillard on the assist by Bazemore. And that's 17 points for Damian Lillard. The 76ers leading by 15. Simmons passes to Richardson. On the wing, Harris. He's covered by Bazemore. Richardson gets a wide open look. No good with the triple.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
It's good.
Well, the evolution of Josh Richardson is going to be very exciting for this organization. When he's sinking the catch-and-shoot jump shots, look out.
Now, here's Nurkic. He kicks it to Bazemore. Back to Nurkic. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Damian Lillard. Coming off a terrific season. 3rd in free throw percentage, 9th in scoring, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, it's about confidence when you're at the line. You've always said it. He had it. That's how he ended up with the top 3 ranking. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Hezonja, he's checked in for Zach Collins. And Hood subbed in for Kent Bazemore.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Lillard against Richardson. Now McCollum, rejected by Harris.
Every so often, Tobias Harris showing you something defensively, and great timing to throw that one away.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Now here's Lillard. 17 points in the game. Over Simmons. Rebound by the 76ers. Harris has got his 8th rebound here tonight. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Tobias just going strong that time.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
Whiteside's checked in for C.J. McCollum. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. 4th, Joel Embiid.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
Pass to Nurkic. Shoots over Embiid. And the rejection by Embiid. Oh, the lob for Simmons. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now here's Lillard. He's got 17. The pass to Hezonja. Shot to stop the run, and the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. That's foul number 2 for him.
Ennis. Final. Neto.
The 76ers leading by 23. Pass to O'Quinn. They get a hand on it. And now Portland on the break. Here's Hood. That shot, no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And for Portland, they're shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. And that one, good. Hood's got 8 points.
Pretty good at slicing to the cup there. Rodney Hood makes a good read and gets into the seam.
Kicks it to O'Quinn. Pass to Thibault. Here's the floater. And the layup is good. 11 points in the game.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Lillard outside. Hezonja. Hood trying to break free and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Embiid.
Yeah, easy call.
Well, you talk about role players with attitude and confidence. Brent, you're talking about Hezonja.
Still so many people intrigued about Hezonja and his ability to play in the NBA. Seems like the situations that he's been in have not been ideal. So an opportunity here in Portland to show how he can fit into a system and how he can consistently perform.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Lillard outside. He gets it in there. Lillard's got 19 points.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Passes it to Embiid. Back to Neto. There's the pass to Ennis. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Thibault. No good on the triple. Trailblazers trail by 21. Here's Hood. Here's Whiteside. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Thibault. He's got 11. Right wing. Now here's Embiid. Hezonja defending. And here's Neto outside. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And it's Hood in the corner. To the paint. Here's Lillard. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Thibault, the pass to Neto. Here's Thibault. Back to Neto. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Pass to Lillard. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 6 in the quarter.
Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blow-by.
And it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That is his first foul of the game. And Portland making a change here. Tolliver's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Burks is checked in. 76ers moving the ball around. Bolden passes to Thibault. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Embiid. He's coming off an excellent season. How about 27 points a game, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists? And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland. Whiteside inside, guarded by Horford. Hood gets the bucket.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Now here's Burke. He's tightly guarded. They could use a bucket, and that one's good. Thibault. Thibault's got 14 points.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Here is Tolliver. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. He dishes it to Whiteside. To the left side wing. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Hood for 3. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Hassan Whiteside. He had a strong showing last season. 7th in blocks, 9th in rebounding, and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker. Horford the pass to Thibault. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one misses. Kent Bazemore's checked in for the Trailblazers. McCollum comes in for Rodney Hood. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Trailblazers trail by 19, and another turnover here by Portland.
And that's just a risky play. To make a heave like that, not worth it.
Philadelphia's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Pass to Horford. And the dunk by Horford.
Get out of the way. What a huge throwdown by Horford off that drive.
Here's Simons. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Simmons checked in for the 76ers.
Ben Simmons.
.35 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's McCollum. It's blocked. They recover it. Whiteside kicks to McCollum. And count it from 19 feet away. McCollum's got 5 now.
Such a good player on the in-between game, weaving behind bodies to find some space. And CJ cashes in.
One-on-one here. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off. Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And so it's Philadelphia out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly. Terry Stotts had some advice for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
It's a long game. It's a long game. But listen, we don't have a chance if we don't rebound and defend and give them second chance points. It takes too much out of us. All right?
Well, the message there, can't give up additional scoring opportunities.
He is on point with that. They have got to do a better job on the backboards. And right now, the effort is lacking.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Taking a look at the 76ers, Ennis out there with Simmons. Then there's Horford. Then there's Trey Burke. And it's Thibault in at the 2.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, that's an exclamation point right there. Lillard is a natural-born finisher.
Now here's Simmons. And Lillard is going to pick up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Simons, he's checked in for Portland. And the 76ers also making a change. Harris is checked in for Ennis. Here's Simmons over Collins. Simmons dishes to Horford, and it's blocked by Whiteside.
When you consider just how long and how big Whiteside is down there, it's not surprising that shot blocking is something he does well.
Richardson, he's checked in for Trey Burke. Simmons inside. Working on Collins. Clock at 6. And here's Harris from the arc. Here's Horford. Offensive rebound. Here's Simmons. And the rejection by Collins.
Good job, Collins inside. Quick off his feet.
Inside. It's stolen by Harris. Now the 76ers on the break. And Simmons slams it in.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Bazemore passes to Whiteside. Back to Bazemore. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Passes it to Simons. Whiteside kicks it to Bazemore. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
Simmons dishes to Richardson. And there's the pass to Harris. Shoots over Bazemore, and Harris gets it to go on the assist by Richardson. Richardson's got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Simons. Richardson covering. Simons, the pass to Collins. And they double up Whiteside. Bounce pass Collins. Whiteside kicks to Collins. Trailblazers moving the ball around. A nice shot by Simons.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Richardson the pass to Thibault. Trying his luck from deep. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers trail by 15. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And stolen by Simmons.
Check Simmons.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
What mastery from Simmons, fooling the entire defense in the paint there.
That free throw, no good.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard comes in for Anthony Simons. He hits the second from the line. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
To the middle. Here's Nurkic. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Harris. And the rejection by Collins. Trailblazers trail by 21. Here's Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Philadelphia's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
With a consistently improving offensive game, Simmons is lethal whenever he's on the court.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. They can't stop the run with that one. Philadelphia leading by 23. Got a piece of it. Simmons on the wing. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting, free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt three-point shooting percentage, two-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league? Right. As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And the basket by McCollum.
Well, this is where that sweet handle of McCollum's comes into play. When he goes on the dribble drive, very few defenders can get in good position to slow him down.
Simmons. Bazemore grabs the miss. Bazemore's got 4 rebounds in this game. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Rebound by the 76ers. Harris has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Collins. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Kev. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz, he's jacked in for Tobias Harris. Smith comes in for Josh Richardson. And Raul Neto is subbed in for Al Horford.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
From deep, Neto. Here's Simmons. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
That free throw, no good. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yeah.
So sign me up
with
for that job.
With courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be 2 pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. Lets a floater go. No good on the shot. Now Portland takes it the other way. Left side, Collins. Pass to Simons. Back to Collins. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Harris. Gets hauled in by the Trailblazers.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Simons, guarded by Embiid. Back to Hezonja. Clock is at 3. Portland no good that time either. The 76ers leading by 23. Here's Simmons. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. Portland's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Here's Hezonja, and Embiid with the block. Here's Richardson. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Collins has got 6 rebounds in the game. Nurkic kicks to Hezonja. No good from outside. The 76ers shooting around 41% on the night. Harris drives in, and Simmons slams it in.
With the combination of strength and size, Simmons throws it down with ease.
Here's Simons, and it's blocked by Simmons. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Some changes for Philadelphia. Korkmaz checked in for Tobias Harris. Zaire Smith comes in for Richardson. And it's Burke in for Ben Simmons. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Korkmaz passes to Burke. Embiid dishes to Burke. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Brent, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional careers. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over. Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Count it, good.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Smith, the pass to Burke. Pass to Korkmaz. Knocked away. And stolen by Hezonja. 2 on none. No one back to stop this. And that one drops for him.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Here's Burke. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Al Horford, he's checked in for Bolden. Harris comes in for Korkmaz. Josh Richardson's checked in for Smith. And it's Ben Simmons in for Burke. And here is Simmons. Passes to Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. And it's 13 points for Al Horford.
And passes like that demonstrate the winning mindset Simmons has. A guy that wants to get his team involved.
The 76ers shooting for the game at 42%. Back to Harris. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about, Kevin, when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line. And
you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. And he banks in the layup.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Here's Simons. Over Simmons. No good. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.